So remember that 7:50 onwards your time starts and it is of 30 minutes. And first period will be mine, physics period. Okay, yesterday we have seen a numerical regarding convex mirror. Halfway completed. Today we complete that numerical. I'm just reading that numerical again. You are sitting in a parked vehicle and you observe an observer approaching towards you in the rear view mirror of radius of curvature 2 meter. R equal to 2 meter. It's a rear view mirror, it's a convex mirror. If the observer is running at a speed of 5 meter per second, then how fast is the image of the observer moving? When the observer is 39 meter. The half part we have already completed yesterday. I am repeating this numerical. So you are in a parked vehicle and you are observing anyone that is behind through your rear view mirror. Rear view mirror is convex mirror. The convex mirror, radius of curvature is 2 meter. It is positive value. So it is positive, focal length equal to r by 2, that is equal to plus 1 meter. By sign convention, focal length of convex mirror is taken as positive. And the observer is now at 39 meter away from the pole. And observer is standing here, he is now at 39 meter. So you can see image of this object in the mirror and you have to locate the image. So object distance is h1. Object distance is minus 39 meter and focal length is plus 1 meter. Where will be the image formed? You can see the image. Where will be the image? Equation 1 by u plus 1 by is equal to 1 by x. So 1 by is equal to 1 by x minus 1 by u. Substitute the value 1 by v equal to 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon minus 39. Writing the side. Therefore 1 by is equal to 1 minus 9 plus 1 upon 39. This is equal to 1 by is equal to 40 divided by 39. So v value is equal to 39 divided by 40 meter. So 39 divided by 40 meter, this is the image of the object when he is at 39 meter. Now what happens? Suppose he is on bike. He is starting his vehicle and coming towards you with velocity 5 meter per second. So the observer is coming towards you with velocity 5 meter per second and he is at this position after 1 second. Okay, the person who is behind is coming towards you with a velocity 5 meter per second. So in 1 second, he is coming closer by 5 meters. So after 1 second, this will be the new position. The new position is what as? So 5 meters he has completed in 1 second. So we take the time as 1 second. In 1 second. So he is coming closer by 5 meters to the mirror. So similarly, the image position is also will change because object position is already changed. Now image position also will change. So now what is the position? What is this? 39, 5 from here to here. Now final position of the object is now 34 meter from the pole. So in case 2, we have to find out what will be the new position of the object. Again, when we are in case 2, so this I am moving Initial position of the image is equal to 39 by 40. Initial position. Initial position. Initial image is 39 divided by 40 meter. Now we have to find out where will be the final position because the object is already approaching. So here u equal to minus 34 meter. Again, focal length is equal to plus 1 meter. So what is the new position of the image? New position of the image. So it is 1 by again 1 plus b is equal to 1 by l. 1 by is equal to 1 by l minus 1 by b. So here I am writing the term as b dash. B dash marking recognize the final image. So this is equal to 1 by 1 minus 1 upon minus 32. This is equal to 1 plus 1 upon 32. This is 1 upon b dash. So therefore, that is equal to 1 upon b dash is equal to 35 divided by 34 or b dash is equal to b dash is equal to 34 divided by 35 b. So this is the final position of the image. This is after 1 second. So initial position is this. This is the final position. This is happening in 1 second. So I repeat the time from tomorrow onward is 7:50. So many are joining very late. Okay. So what will be the change in the position of the image in 1 second? You have to find out change in the position of the image. Initial position minus final position. This is happening in 1 second. So next point is difference in the position of image in 1 second. Difference in the position of the image in 1 second. Initial position b minus b dash, that is 39 by 40 minus 34 divided by 35. All of you calculate this value and tell me what is the change in position of the image. Initial position minus final position. This is in 1 second. In 1 second, change your position because the object is moving towards the mirror. All of you calculate this value. Mute yourself. As soon as you calculate the value, you can tell me.
1 by 280.
Loudly.
1 by 280. 1 by 280.
This value is 1 upon 280 meter. So this is the change in position of the image in 1 second. In 1 second, image travels at distance 1 upon 280 meter. 1 second mein, what is the distance traveled by the image? 1 upon 280. So what is the velocity or speed of the image in the mirror?
1 upon 280 meter per second.
1 upon 280 meter per second. 1 second mein image का change. This is the change. Distance traveled by the image in 1 second is 180 meter per second. And you are asked to find how fast is the image the person is moving. Okay, so how fast? So the image, the velocity of the image. So image moves with the velocity. Image moves with the velocity that is equal to 1 upon 280 meter per second. 1 upon 280 meter per second. This is NCERT solved example, and of course it is very important one. But you just check your CBSE website for deleted topics. Are you familiar with this? They are already given on the website yesterday. So
Yes, sir.
These
Yes,
topics
sir.
are already deleted. Reflection, concave mirror, mirror formula. No problem. So next part is we are going to explain with refraction. Some topics are just simply removed. Without that, you cannot go further. Okay, this is not an issue for us. Okay, next is, so this is about the Numerical for mirror formula, it is also important for any kind of competitive examination. Anyway, you have to learn mirror formula and the numerical concept. So next topic is refraction. Refraction of light. When light travels from one medium to the other medium, three processes are taking place. First one, some part of the light will be reflected in the same medium, that already we have completed. Second one, some part of the light will be transmitting into that medium, that we call it as a refraction, and some part of the light is absorbed by the medium. So second process is refraction of light. As per your syllabus, that means the exact portion starts from refraction of light. So next is refraction of light. So when light travels from one transparent medium to the other, air to glass, air to water, water to glass, air to diamond, etc., etc. So what will happen? The light changes its path when it goes from one medium to another medium. When light incident obliquely, oblique incidence on actually, oblique incidence. It should make an angle with normal. So it changes its path. It may bend toward the normal or away from the normal. So this process we call it as refraction of light. So when light travels from one medium to the other medium, these are transparent medium, light changes its path at the interface. Okay, so changes path means it may be either coming closer or going away from the normal. This phenomenon we call it as refraction of light. During refraction of light, there may be a change in the velocity. Velocity will change. Wavelength also will change, but the frequency remains constant in refraction also. In the reflection, all the three parameters remain constant, but in refraction, only the frequency remain constant, others will change. Okay, so this is the phenomenon of reflection I am explaining here. You have the first medium. Suppose I am taking it as a rare medium, air medium. Suppose water it is passing into water, second medium. Water taken as a dense medium. So this is the point I am making a normal. This is the normal to the point. It is called interface. This line we call it as interface of the two media. So when light reaches the point, we oblique incidence makes an angle. So this is normal and this is incident ray and this angle we call it as angle of incidence. It cannot go straight. So if you are showing this will be the straight continuation of the incident ray, but it cannot go like this. It will change its path. How will it change its path? When it is going from rare to denser, it bends toward normal. Because denser medium means it offers more resistance, optical density for the light to travel. Velocity decreases. It finds more difficult, so it cannot go far away. It bends toward the normal. So it changes its path at the interface. And then this is where we call it as refracted ray R. And then between the normal and refracted ray we call it as R. And here R is less than I because light is going from rarer to denser. How do you compare rarer and denser? This is depending upon the velocity of light. In some medium, light is very free to travel. We consider as a rarer medium. And some medium, light velocity is very less, so we can say that's denser medium. So it is optical density that relates with velocity of light. Okay. So in this case, light is coming from rare denser, so light ray and toward the normal. So for an oblique incident light, when it goes from one medium to another medium, changes its path. During this, velocity changes, wavelength changes, but frequency remains constant. Why frequency remains constant? Only the parameter frequency remains constant during this refraction. Why I am explaining on the way. Velocity changes.
We can't see that portion of
Wavelength
board.
also will change. Just mute yourself. Somebody is talking, mute yourself. Okay, velocity changes, wavelength changes, frequency remains constant. Why frequency remains constant? On the way I'll explain. So this is the first case. Is going from rare denser, say air to water. Next is reverse is also possible. Suppose light is traveling from denser medium. First medium I am taking as a gas medium, and second medium I am taking as an air medium. So it is denser and this will be rare medium. Again, this is the point P and do a normal to point P. This is the oblique ray, oblique incidence, oblique incidence. So angle between normal and incident ray is marked as angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. And this is the initial direction. Cannot go along this way. Goes away from here. It is an air medium. It is very free for the light to run faster and goes in this way. This is a refractive ray. Angle between normal and refractive is marked as R. So R is greater than I in this case. So this point, this phenomenon we call it as refraction of light. So 2 points we are seeing here, rarer to denser and denser to rarer medium. Rarer to denser bends toward the normal. Angle of refraction is less than angle of incidence. When it is coming from denser to rare medium, angle of refraction is greater than angle of incidence. Now, what are the laws of refraction? There are 2 laws of refraction. First one, relating angle of incidence and angle of refraction. First law, there are 2 laws of refraction. First law is known as Snell's law of refraction. Snell's law of refraction. It's known as Snell's law of refraction. This is defined as sine of angle of incidence. Sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction equal to a constant. This constant depends upon the properties of the medium and in turn it depends upon the wavelength. We'll see on the way. So it is the Snell's law of refraction states that sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is equal to constant, which is called refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. It's called refractive index, I am writing as RI, refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. That is sin I by sin R, we write this as n to 1 refractive index of second medium with respect to first one. It is called refractive index. Refractive index is a term just like approximately can equivalent to resistance offered by conductor. If resistance is less, current will be more. Resistance is more, current will be less. So refractive index of a medium stands for it is optical density that controls or that gives the information about the velocity of light. If refractive index is more, then velocity of light in that medium will be less. If refractive index is less, velocity will be more. It's the term optical density, and how will you measure this? So depending upon the value, we say that the value is less, we call it as a rare medium. The value is more, we call it as a denser medium. This is the way we classify mediums. So if you are taking refractive index of second medium with respect to first one, refractive index of 2 points in example, refractive index of water with respect to air. Air is taken as a reference. Refractive index of water with respect to air. Light is coming from air to water. What is the refractive index of water with respect to air? It is 4 by 3, that is equal to 1.33 Boltzmann number value. What is the refractive index of water with respect to air? Jasmine Jose. Refractive index of water with respect to air. Jasmine. Surbi.
1.33.
1.33, that is 4 by 3. When light is going from air to glass, so refractive index of glass with respect to air, these are common values. You have to learn them. So example number 2, refractive index of glass with respect to air. It is usually 3 by 2, that is equal to 1.5. Usual values we take it as 3 by 2, 1.5, easy for calculation. It may be 1.52 also, no problem. So these are the two common values. Okay, look at water and glass. Now listen carefully. Friends, Vijay will give the answer.
Sir.
When light is going from glass to water, light is going
Yes,
from
sir.
glass to water, which angle is greater, angle of incidence or angle of reflection? Glass to water. Glass to water. So I am
Sir,
asking.
angle of refraction will be greater than angle of incidence.
Okay, very good. Angle of refraction is greater than angle of incidence. Why?
Sir, because light is coming from denser to rarer medium.
Light is coming from dense to rarer. So for that you have to recognize. So depending upon their value with respect to air, we recognize which medium is denser, which medium is rare medium. Okay. Now one more question that I am asking. Afshan Sayed, are you ready today? Should I wait for you? Lakshya Malik. Okay, Lakshya Malik. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Lakshya Malik, yes or no? Jaldi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The question is like this. Light is coming from air to water and light is also coming from air to glass. In which medium light will have more velocity, in water or glass? More velocity. In which case light will have more velocity in water or glass, and why? Question passes to Parth Sharma.
So the velocity will be greater in water as compared to glass
Because
because glass is a rare medium and the velocity will decrease glass is a denser medium and the velocity will decrease in the denser medium.
okay. So we are relating the velocity light with the refractive index. When the refractive index is more, it represents optical density of the medium. If it is greater, light finds difficult to travel, just like equivalent resistance. You can compare with the resistance. So greater the value of refractive index, then velocity of light will be less in that medium. So we can relate one more equation. So how refractive index is going to be related with the velocity. So first medium diagram is already given. So Snell's law of refraction. Cover. And second one, the refractive index is also related to the velocity. Suppose first medium velocity is v1, second medium velocity is v2. So refractive index of second medium with respect to the first one can also be defined as the ratio of the velocity of light in the first medium upon velocity of light in the second medium. N to 1 is equal to v1 divided by v2. The first medium, we take it as a free space, air or vacuum. First medium, air or vacuum, the velocity of light is, we take it as c equal to 3 Newton of 8 meter per second. If v1 is equal to c, that is the first medium is taken as air medium or vacuum medium. V2 is equal to v, second medium, any medium you can take. Any medium. So equation we write as n to 1 is equal to V1. V1 we take it as C and V2 we write it as V. And this usually we call it as absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index. There is no unit, no dimension. So your question is numerical number 1, you have to do in the copy. Light is going from air to glass, air to water. Take the first example, air to water. Refractive index is given as 4 by 3. What is the velocity of light in water? Velocity of light in water. All of you calculate this. So remember, tomorrow onwards your time will be 7:50. The second period teacher is waiting, so we can. I am just ending the meeting.